Welcome to Collierville High School. We're standing in the main entrance, the middle entrance off Shelby Drive. This entrance is where students can come to check in if they're late, where visitors come, and where parents can come sign in and sign out their kids. This main entrance is designed with a lot of security features in mind. You have the security vestibule behind us, controlling access into the deal, where we do background checks on them before they're allowed access into the building. And you can see behind me the magnificence of this area. We call this the clear story. The beautiful wood grain ceiling, but on the right we have our 1,000 seat auditorium, and on the left side we have our area that's dedicated to the STEM curriculum, STEMnasium, workshops, and labs all around. We're now walking on one of my favorite places in campus, and that's the enclosed courtyard. A lot of visibility for our kids, a lot of areas to come outside, collaborate, talk, do those things that kids do, eat. What I really envisioned in this space when we designed it was an area where kids could kind of let their hair down, but also a place where we can have events. It will be outfitted with speakers, so you will be able to hear pipe-in music, pep rallies throughout the day, any kind of outdoor events that you might want to have with some of your groups. So really looking forward to how the school is planning on using this space. As you can see, we're in a space that's ready to feed almost 3,000 kids in 3 lunch periods, but again, a really well-designed space, but also a beautiful space. You've got a lot of design features in here that make it stand out. You start with the clouds on top that are exactly like the culinary arts area. The equipment in the back is the same as culinary arts area. You can see the floor tile. You've got different kinds of tables and the most modern equipment to cook for today's kids. We are outsourcing our food services this year in this space to Sodexo, and Chef Ulysse is on site, and it is ready to feed all these kids, and is really excited and already working with student groups on how to better serve them and get menus. This will also have the capability of hosting any kind of event we want to that will, up to 1,000 people. It will have projection screens, round table with different seating, also along with the traditional tables. The teacher work area that you can kind of see back in the back behind the maroon inset area, that's an area where teachers can come down and enjoy the cafeteria too. And the best part about this spot this year, we have 3 47-minute lunch periods, so kids will have plenty of time to sample all the good fare. I feel very confident that it's going to be good quality and things kids want to eat. This is A1. We formally refer to this as the transition hall, and this is a hall and a set of classrooms and areas that is designed especially for our special needs kids. We have kids of varying degrees of disability. We have a lot of medically fragile kids that we serve. So in these rooms, you have rooms that prepare them for life skills. You have particular rooms that are set aside to learn living skills, where they'll be able to live in a group home and take care of themselves. You have some that are a little more advanced that will be able to prepare them for a job when they get out of Collierville High School. But you've also got rooms for those kids who are immobile, lifts and restrooms, nurse office on this wing, so specifically designed to help take care of this population. So really sensitive to the fact that we've got a large population of kids, and we serve in public education kids who are warranted these services until their 22nd birthday. We're standing in what we call the community room. As you can see, 150 seats, wheelchair access, light and sound booth in front of me, the projector that will allow us to do so many things with technology. This building was designed as a partnership to bridge the gap between the town events and school events. Community organizations will be able to rent this. But during the day, I anticipate this will be used just about every period of every day, because you have the capability of combining classes, you have the capability of having faculty meetings, you'll have all the latest technology where you can Skype, you can distance learn, you can bring a guest lecturer in and combine classes. And it joins our library, so it's a really functional space, just endless possibilities in here as we move forward to using it through the year. Now we've come to one of the favorite places, and I keep saying that because they all wow me. This is the library. We sometimes refer to it as a media center because it is the media use for today's kids. You can see we have traditional books, but all around the library you have uses of technology. You have collaborative tables. You have furniture sprinkled throughout the library where kids can gather, work on projects, talk, and each of those sets of furniture has both USB and charging capability. So as we move to every student having a device, you have capability of charging any and all devices as you work on projects. You have study rooms, you have storage rooms, you have work areas, a lot of visibility from above. There's actually a gathering area above us where kids can sit and actually view the library from up above. And we've got the latest in checkout systems for them, electronic checkouts of books. So really looking forward to how our librarians and our kids use this space to enhance literacy in today's students. We're really at the center of the 5 academic wings, or claws as we call them, in affection for the dragon claws. But we're in the middle finger, which is the only non-2-story wing in the whole academic building. Behind me here is library, the media center. But back around us, this is a unique room. As we've gone to one-to-one initiative and every student having a laptop, we quickly figured out we had to have a place to store and fix those laptops. So this wing also contains all of our counseling offices, our Dean of Academics, and our study hall. And every bus will deposit at the end of this hall in the morning and pick up and drop off and come into the main part of the academic building. This wing begins our career section, all the classes that we are designing to let kids have post-secondary opportunities, learn trades, or acquire credits that they can then transfer to post-secondary institution and get a leg up on their post-secondary education. But also they can get a certificate in a lot of our programs. So we've really done a good job here of partnering with some community businesses and organizations. This is where the Chamber and the Partners in Education Board have been so helpful. So one of the first spaces you see when you walk in here is our careers wing here, but also it's our school bookstore, as you can kind of see behind the projector. And that will be a roll-up door, obviously, where we'll sell supplies, but also an online school store for apparel. And then you come down this hall, and on the corner is one of our new programs. This is culinary arts. So we're partnering with University of Memphis, Kimmons Wilson School of Hospitality. They are providing an instructor, a lot of equipment, a lot of resources, but a lot of interest in this particular class. Even from our faculty, they're asking if they can sign up for this. But this space has a classroom, and it has a state-of-the-art kitchen with the same equipment as in our cafeteria, and a roughly 30-seat cafe. So our students in this program can learn how to cook it. We can teach them, they can cook it, and they can serve it. But all the way down the hall, we've got our state-of-the-art auto shop, we've got a welding shop, our nursing program, we have agriculture, we have a lot of PC labs in here to teach some of the things that you can't do on Macs. We've got a nursing program beginning this year where if a student goes through successfully, has the chance to earn a certified nurse assistant credential when they walk out the door, and then they can transfer those hours to a school of nursing if they want to continue. A lot of things that we're offering all down the career wing, and really excited to see the opportunity that gives our kids and our community through these programs. We're now at the end of the Fine Arts Hall, and what's functional about this whole area is most of our fine arts classes are collected on this wing, and it also connects to the back of the auditorium, so you can get backstage. You can connect with a loading dock from back on the back side, so any kind of big equipment that the band room or TV studio needs to bring in, they can load directly and go right into the back of the stage or into the band room. So over on my left, you have TV studio and offices. You have several different rooms for production. We have the actual studio, then you have an editing room, then a broadcast room, and a production room surrounded by offices. And then over on my right, you see the large instrumental music room. This is what we call the big band room. And we are blessed in this new space to have a lot of classrooms for all of our fine arts programs. This is the biggest, large instrumental music, but when you come down to the end of this hall, you've got another smaller band room, then you have a strings and orchestra room, a space dedicated just for them, then a choral music program room with risers, and then 4 very functional art rooms. We're standing in the largest of our 2 auxiliary gyms, sometimes referred to as PE gyms. And as you can see, the hardwood floor, which is unusual in a lot of your practice gyms, but this gym, the smaller auxiliary gym that's connected by a wrestling room on the other side of that wall, all have full-length basketball courts. And this one is one of the 2 that has bleachers. You can see we have bleachers pushed in This will hold about 750 students. And this likely is to end up the home base for our volleyball program, where they can have the same place to practice and to play. But it gives us the capability between these two practice gyms and the main, the big field house, to be able to host tournaments, host camps, all on site, where in previous years we've had to satellite. I love the way we've got fully functioning scoreboards in this area. Through one of that set of double doors, there's a full-size wrestling practice room with floor mats. It will have wall pads, locker rooms behind, and these floors will also be used for our wellness classes. Every freshman has to take wellness, which is part physical activity and part classroom. These goals in this particular gym, the main goals in both auxiliaries, lower to 8 feet. So if we wanted to have little kids in here for some youth leagues or camps or clinics, we could do that as well. And we'll also be able to run in all of our gyms sideways for volleyball court, particularly in here in the main gyms. We've now entered the main entry into our varsity gym. We'll also call it a field house. You can see the Dragon logo. Behind me will be girl-boy figurines of basketball players, concession stand. And behind us is a 3,000-seat gymnasium, which will be big enough to host all of our student body for one assembly, which is a plus, where we've had to have 2 in the past. As a video board where we can show all of our electronic media, all of our messaging, introduction, and really add a lot of pizzazz to this particular piece. But this will be the main entrance for a lot of our athletic events inside. It comes in off the Dragon Walk. All of our athletic parking for all of our games is in this lot that I'm facing. Behind the wall on this particular side, which is about the north side of the building, there's a weight room that extends the whole side of this gym with windows that can look out. So a really nice functioning weight room for all of our indoor sports and our staff. So a nice place. Looking forward to that ball being bounced in here about November.